Alright, you just changed your oil. Your engine's happy, your wallet's lighter, but that little maintenance light, it's still flashing like you forgot something. Pretty annoying, right? Well, here's the truth. Resetting your oil change light isn't just about turning off a warning. It's about telling your car, hey, I took care of you. Now update your memory. And guess what? You don't need a fancy mechanic, a scanner, or even a single tool. I mean, whether you're driving a Civic, a Camry, an F-150, or a Silverado, you can do this by yourself for free in under 60 seconds. And no, it's not just pressing random buttons. There's a method to this madness, and we're gonna break it all down. So if you want to stop paying dealers to press buttons that you can handle at home, hit that subscribe button right now, because this guide could save you time, money, and your sanity. Plus, compared to the dealers, this button's free. Anyway, let's start with the obvious question. Why even bother resetting that oil change light? Well, because it's not simply a nagging reminder. It's part of your car's maintenance tracking system. Modern vehicles use timers or mileage counters to estimate oil life. Some even use advanced sensors that analyze engine conditions, temperature, and driving habits. I mean, when the system thinks that the oil is past its prime, it triggers the light. So if you ignore it after an oil change, then your car assumes that you skipped the maintenance entirely. That means that the next reminder will be off. Your oil change history gets skewed, and then worst of all, if you ever go to sell the car or claim warranty work, you've got no proof that the work was ever done on time. It's like changing the batteries in your smoke detector but not resetting the alarm. The system doesn't know that you fixed the issue. So to keep everything running smoothly and on schedule, resetting that light is a small but essential step. Next, let's get into the most common methods, starting with one that works on millions of Hondas and Toyotas. Honda uses a smart system called Maintenance Minder to estimate oil life and schedule service alerts. These alerts are based on mileage, engine runtime, and driving conditions, not oil sensor readings. So after you change the oil, resetting that alert reassures your car and helps keep your maintenance logs solid. Here's how to reset it across different year models. 2022 and newer, e.g. new Civic, Accord, CR-V. Touchscreen models. Go to Menu, Vehicle, Maintenance Info, Oil Life, Reset. Then press Yes to confirm. Buttons only. Turn ignition to on, do not press start. Press the arrow buttons on the steering wheel to select Maintenance. Then press Enter. Scroll to Oil Life, select Reset, and confirm. Reddit users have confirmed that this works reliably, though some trim levels may require multiple button presses first. 2016 to 2021. Turn the ignition to on, no need to start the engine. Press the info button repeatedly until the screen shows Maintenance Minder. Use the arrow buttons to highlight Oil and Filter, your only service code A, then press Enter. Select item A only, if Oil/Filter is the only service done, or all do items, then enter to confirm. The display should blink and reset to 100%. 2012 to 2015. Turn the ignition to on, press Menu on the dash controls. Navigate to Maintenance Info, Oil and Filter. When prompted, confirm by selecting Yes, then hold the Enter button until oil life resets to 100%. 2006 to 2011. With ignition off, hold the SEL/Restart button. Turn the ignition to on, do not start the engine, while continuing to hold for about 10 seconds. The oil life display will blink and eventually show 100%. If it starts blinking A, hold the SEL/Reset again for 5 seconds to exit. 1991 to 2005, e.g. Civic and Accord. Turn the ignition to the on position. 2. Without starting the engine. Immediately press and hold the trip/reset button on the dash. Hold it until the maintenance required light turns off and the odometer resets to dashes or zeros. Pro tips. If your oil life is already at 100% but the A service code remains, long hold the reset button until additional maintenance codes appear. Then clear them all. Always reset before you turn off the car after your oil change, so modules register to reset properly. Some Civic models, especially US trims, require the ignition to be off for at least 30 seconds before the reset will work. Now, Toyota's maintenance required light isn't triggered by a sensor. It's triggered by mileage. Once your Toyota reaches a preset mileage, usually every 5,000 miles, the dashboard warns you it's time for an oil change. After performing the change, you need to reset it manually so that the system starts counting again. How to reset Camry, Corolla, Yaris, Tacoma, RAV4, etc. Turn the ignition key to the on position, just short of starting the engine. Dashboard lights on, engine still off. Press and hold the trip or odometer reset button on the dash. After about 5 to 10 seconds, the odometer display should start counting backwards, from 99,999 to 0, and the maintenance light will vanish. Release the button and switch the ignition off. And that's it. Pretty generic across many Toyota models, from Camrys to the Yaris to the Tacoma and even the RAV4. But do note, Toyota doesn't always use the same reset sequence. Some dashboard designs incorporate contextual manuals, touchscreen interfaces, or require different button types, like holding the info button before pressing trip. That's why your owner's manual is often the most reliable guide. It's specific to your exact model year and trim. So, what happens if the light doesn't reset? Well, if it remains on after the following steps, make sure you've held the button long enough, especially with older dashboard clusters. Toddlers can often trip the wrong button order, so some markets require the infotainment system to display the odometer after reset. Reddit user experiences confirm that some dealerships deliberately recommend dealer-only resets, pushing consumers to pay for simple resets at a minor cost. Pro tip: always reset after turning the engine off. This ensures that your vehicle's adaptive mileage counter accurately restarts its count. Also, some models display codes like A1 or B2 for oil plus filter schedule versus rotation or inspection. If present, long hold the reset button until all pending codes clear. Now, let's shift gears over to popular American pickup trucks, namely the Ford F-150, Chevy Silverado / GMC Sierra, and Ram 1500. Each brand has its own reset method, and knowing them saves dealer fees and hassle. Ford F-150, 2010 to 2023 models. Now, Ford uses a pedal-based reset. First, turn the ignition to on, but don't start the engine. Then, fully press the brake pedal and the accelerator simultaneously for about 20 to 30 seconds. Now watch the instrument cluster. The oil life percentage should reset to 100%, and a confirmation message will appear. Then, release the pedals and switch off the ignition. Now, recent owner reports note that the brake pedal must be pressed constantly. On some late model F-150 Power Boost hybrids, users experience partial or delayed results until they repeated the steps or allowed the truck to cool off first. Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra, 2014 to 2023. Now, there are two main methods, depending on the instrument interface. Vehicles with digital driver info centers navigate using the steering wheel buttons to vehicle info, oil life remaining, then press and hold the checkmark/OK button until the gauge resets to 100%. Now, if you have an older model without the info screen, turn the ignition to accessory or on, then fully press and release the gas pedal 3 times within 5 seconds. The light should blink and go out, setting oil life to 100%. Ram 1500, 2009 to 2023 models. Now, the Ram trucks use a pedal sequence for the reset as well. Turn the ignition to on, the run position, engine still off, then fully press the gas pedal 3 times within 10 seconds. Turn the ignition off. Confirm that the light turns off when you next start the engine. Now, owners on forums note that the key must be in run, not accessory or start, and that timing is essential to trigger a reset. Now, here are some common issues and pro tips. If the F-150 oil life stays at 60 to 80% after reset, try again later or allow the truck to cool, even cycle through setting menus. The Silverado owner should confirm that they're navigating on the vehicle info menu rather than the accessory screen. And Ram resets sometimes fail if done while the engine is warm or if the pedals aren't fully depressed. Bottom line, you don't need a scanner or a visit to the dealership to clear these reminders, just the right sequence of pedals or menu selections. Now, you've done the reset sequence. Great, but the light is still there. Now, don't panic, this is actually far more common than you might think. Here's how to fix it when the oil change light won't reset. Number 1. Double check the key position. Many reset procedures require the key in the on/run position, not just accessory mode. If your dash isn't fully lit up, then the reset likely won't register. For push start systems, don't press the brake. Tap the start button once or twice until everything lights up without starting the engine. Number 2. Timing is everything. The sequences, like pressing the gas pedal 3 times or holding buttons, have to be fast and exact. If you're too slow or miss a step, the reset fails. So try again with tighter timing. Number 3. Confirm the right menu, digital displays. In vehicles with a driver info center, make sure that you're selecting oil life or maintenance reset, but don't confuse it with trip, fuel economy, or service schedule pages. Number 4. If resets fail repeatedly, try disconnecting the battery for 10 minutes, which forces some modules to reboot. Use a cheap OBD2 scanner to clear stored service codes manually, and in rare cases, a failed oil life sensor or software glitch might be to blame. So check your technical service bulletins, TSBs, or visit a mechanic only if necessary. And number 5, keep a record. Once reset, note the mileage and date for future tracking. This is especially useful if your system resets successfully but the display doesn't show the new percentage immediately. It often updates after the next drive cycle. So, resetting your oil change light might seem small, but skipping the dealership for this task can save you more than you'd expect. I mean, many dealers nowadays are charging $30 to $60 in labor just to press a few buttons or hold a pedal. And that doesn't even include the upsell pressure for unnecessary services while you're there. By doing it yourself, you're avoiding the hassle of scheduling an appointment just to clear a light that isn't even tied to a mechanical problem. It's a simple maintenance reminder, not a warning, so there's no real reason to let it linger or pay a premium. More importantly, resetting the light yourself puts you in control of your car's maintenance. Keep a logbook with the date, mileage, and oil type used, and boom, you've got a record better than many dealer printouts. This also helps if you plan to sell your car. Showing consistent, documented oil changes and resets builds trust with buyers. In short, you're not just avoiding dealer fees, you're owning your maintenance schedule, gaining confidence, and saving time and money without ever touching a wrench. So, your oil change light isn't just some nagging reminder. It's a key part of keeping your engine alive, but you don't need a mechanic, a dealership, or some pricey appointment to turn it off. With the steps we've covered today, you should be able to reset the light on almost any popular car or truck. Honda, Toyota, Ford, Chevy, Ram, you name it. The best part, you're not just clearing a message. You're taking control. You're staying ahead of the maintenance, protecting your resale value, and avoiding those awkward "did you actually service it" questions. And if this guide has helped you out at all, even just a little, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more no-nonsense car tips that actually save you time and money. Got a specific model that you might want us to cover next? Drop it down in the comments below. We read every one. Drive smarter, wrench less, and we'll see you in the next video.